You do it?
Mm-hmm.
And when I got there, I was like babysitting. And
My thought was, what do we tell our sons?
nigga, if you buying that ticket, you fucking.
I got everything I need at my house. I don't need a hall pass.
Every time I get to a corner and I see somebody doing a famous Baltimore gangster lean.
We outside.
Oh, hey, a party people. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? We are
here. We are clear.
back. Damn, I'm on the
Hey, y'all.
only one hype.
What up?
Sorry.
Welcome back to another week with the Shop Podcast.
Another week.
So, y'all miss me?
Yes, we did.
I missed y'all. Oh, okay. I feel like only one person missed me, but that's cool.
It wasn't like that. It was like you were still here because you kept calling in and saying we had to fix something.
Damn.
I like to help
Damn, son.
when I can. Even though if I can't physically be here, I still want to be of service. Acts of service.
Ain't you gonna pay them or what?
I mean, I was just trying to help y'all. I was trying to help Ike. I swear. So, how's everybody week going?
Week is a long, slow week.
I know, it's only Wednesday.
I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to be a long, slow week. I just knew it.
What's been going on?
Regular work shit.
Not going on.
I was about to say, well, next, because
Who you want to start out?
Pastor, let's start with you.
Let's see. The life of a parent. Shayna bought Stoko's. A couple people know what it is. I don't know if 6 know what Stoko's is.
Chicken box.
Turn out.
Shayna bought some Stoko's. She gets the crazy fries. So she go to throw it in the fridge because she ain't eat it all. She come back the next day and say, I had more fries than this when I put it in the fridge. Anytime the question goes around who does such and such, it's normally Braylon. So Braylon lied a couple times, and then she said she did. But the problem was her lying about it. You don't gotta lie. And then if you ask for something, you give it. So why you still living while you lying? Shayna was pissed about that. Stoko's, needless to say.
That's probably why she lied. She knew she was going to be pissed.
Then it's today. At school, Brielle is on the verge of being suspended because she got into it with her girlfriends or whatever. One of the girlfriends posted a video on TikTok of the other girlfriend, and when she got pulled up in the office about it, she says, Brielle told me to post the video. So there's that. That's how my week has been going so far. But God is still good.
All the time?
God is still good.
Want me to do it?
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, you ain't gonna suspend my baby for what somebody said.
No, he said, she said.
Like, you need to, and you also need to raise your child to have a mind of her own. So, just if my child did tell her to do it, your child needs to be a little smarter. And so.
Don't follow the ass.
Which is not what took place. Now I can see if both parties had done something and you was like, I ain't gonna go down by myself. But if you you try to cover your own self by throwing somebody else under the bus, nah, that's not gonna work for me.
Also, even if both of y'all do it, you ain't supposed to snitch.
That part.
That ain't the G code.
Pastor.
Go ahead.
These kids don't know about throwing them in the bus. They don't care nothing about that. All they care about is I don't want to get in trouble. So ain't nothing about, Brielle did it. Brielle didn't do it, or we did, or nah, it was just me. They don't know nothing about that. They don't want to get in trouble, so.
Did it happen at school?
So the video was posted in the summertime.
Summer?
So that's
right.
That's
what
another
I said.
thing I have a problem with.
That's what I said.
If it didn't happen on school grounds, if it didn't happen on the bus, on the
said.
way from home, then don't bring this. Don't have me leave work, whether I'm at work or not. But the idea is, don't have me leave work to come to your school
for something
that happened outside of school.
Mm-hmm.
That happened to my sister when they were younger, and they didn't want that drama from my mama. Because she definitely went up there. And the crazy thing was, when it happened with my sister, the girl she was beefing with, her mother worked with my father. So they were like, we definitely could have handled this outside of the school, but now you're going to bring the evil out for making me leave work.
The problem with bringing it to school is that thing going around with the virtual bullying or whatever. So that's what, I guess that's what it falls under. So that's why they're making it a
call the police then.
But you can't be virtually bullying if it's before school started during the summertime.
I mean, it can be virtually bullying, but it don't have nothing to do with the school.
Well, school, I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's why I say call the police and see what happens with that. Because you also not going, you're going to have to show me evidence. Maybe I've been watching Suits too much, but you're going to have to show proof that my child made your child do this.
And that's what Shayna said. Okay, if you can show me a text message where Brielle said, "Hey, post this video," would be one thing. And they keep text or whatever. Mm-hmm. She said she was going to take the phone bill up to the school tomorrow, but it's no evidence. But the evidence so apparently now the girl has taken a TikTok video down. I guess she think that's going to get her out of it. But Shayna had already recorded. So no, she's not about to talk about TikTok video of. She sent me a text.
Is it appropriate? Like, is it PG-13?
Yeah. Once a fake friend, always a fake friend. Right, Amari? That's it. That's the whole thing. You know, TikTok video was short. That was the whole video. So and it's got a picture of the girl in the video.
Oh.
And it has a date on it?
It's timestamp. Date stamp. Yeah, I believe so. But my wife took a picture of it and sent it to me, so she has evidence before she took it down. So she could take that too.
That's crazy.
That's a waste of school time.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got
First
a
of all,
it.
It's a waste of the parents' time because now I have to take off work.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Don't make me leave my job. My job is in my house. Don't make me leave the comfort of my bedroom and my laptop.
I wouldn't give a damn if I worked at the school.
Exactly. Don't call me from my classroom.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't approach me about something that happened over the summer between these kids. And if your child is a fake, I don't think saying something about fake friends is bullying either.
I give you another scenario, and Hutch know about it because I used to work with Hutch at a site. I was working armed security at a spot at a gate, and they switched my shift. Did they switch my shift?
I don't know what story we're talking about.
I was always 10 to 6, wasn't I? When we was there at the G4S.
I think it was after us.
Okay, so I switched to 10 to 6 or whatever, and overnight is a struggle for me. So this particular time, I fell asleep, and it was both of us asleep, really. But I got caught or whatever. So they was like, they wanted me to roll on the other person. And I was like, no, I was asleep. I ain't saying nothing about the other person because at least one of us was able to keep our job.
Oh, you got fired?
I did.
Yeah, I might have rolled over.
I didn't roll. One of us was
You know, what about these security jobs?
They don't have cameras?
No, but when people can, roll up and like, so at that site it's basically the National Guard headquarters. So the person who is like in charge of the National Guard, under, appointed by the president, appointed by the governor, is at that building. So, they can come in any time, so you have to be on guard. But I think it like this. What security job people don't go to sleep at night? So you should have gave the person a chance.
Yeah, I took the L for whatever. I was wrong. Ain't no point in fussing and all that other stuff. I was just saying, in this scenario, I didn't roll on the other person.
You older, man. I'm just kids. They're going to choke.
I was about to say, I do think that when kids get in trouble, especially, how old are they?
12.
They 12 years old. So she probably was like, I don't want to get in trouble by myself, panic. I get that. My problem is,
you at 12 years old, you would have rolled, you would have done the same thing? Ask around the table. Y'all at 12, y'all would have done the same thing?
If it was true.
At 12, no.
If it was true, if it was something that we legit did together, I was raised by Saved by the Bell, so I ain't really know about G codes and stuff like that. So at 12, I was still going home and watching after school specials that came on Channel 13. So yes, I would have been like, we came up with this together. We didn't mean any harm. She was just being a fake friend. Now, if she had nothing else to do with it, I'm just gonna be like, I didn't mean any harm, but she was being a fake friend, and here's the evidence of how she was being fake to me. And because I've always now, one thing I can do is plead my case. I've probably been doing that since I could talk, so I'm gonna talk my way out of it.
Okay.
But like I said, I didn't grow up with those codes. I didn't know anything about that. I had to watch some movies later on down the line to find out. I remember when that Stop Snitching video came out, I was like, why wouldn't you? What do you mean stop?
I mean,
Like, can somebody snitch on the person who robbed me? I feel like we should talk. So, I'm just being honest.
well, 12 now and 12 then is totally different times.
Absolutely.
And I get it.
She is me.
Yeah, but I don't.
Them other kids.
The question is, okay, so it's a very thin line because you want to raise your children better than what we learned.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different society.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really an ethical thing. Like 12, if somebody's telling now, let's say something real happened, you want them to tell.
You do want them to say something.
True.
Yeah, you're right.
That is true. But that's why I said, if it really happened, I'm going to say, such and such and I did this together. I'm not going to say, but I won't say such and such made me do it.
Yeah, I mean, but that's a child lie.
And I also probably all my life knew not to let people leave me to take the fall by myself. So you know how she don't have no text messages or anything, that I'm going to have a conversation and get a paper trail that we in this together. Yeah. But it's because I cover my ass all my life.
That's the only thing I'm saying. It's proof that you posted this video. There's no proof that my daughter said you should post this. That's what I'm saying.
At the end of the day, the waste of time is the school because that's something that happened in the summertime.
Yes.
With no school supervision. Listen, it's not a school thing. Why should my child miss school for something that happened at a time when there was no school? You just wasting everybody's time and you playing with my child's education.
So I would have really called the school, like Six said. I'm not coming up here for no summertime action. And if they didn't accept what I was saying, I'm not coming up there, I will call the board. We're not doing this.
I'm going to tell you one thing now. I'm going to tell you why I would go. You won't ever call me again.
So, this is what Shayna said. And I don't know if y'all would agree with it. She said it could have got worse. Like versus the one girl saying, going to the office and saying this is that happened. The one girl could have just went to the other girl and just popped her or whatever like that and started a fight. So maybe that's why they felt like they had to address the situation because it could have ended up in a fight or something worse.
I guess to that, I see that Shayna said, I can't wait for the meeting tomorrow because we're going to put it all on the table. I'm telling you, I would go. Oh, I would definitely be there. And they'd be like, you know what? We're not going to mess with her and her mama no more. That's this bitch crazy. But I would definitely show and let them know. Don't ever call me for no stuff like this again. Let the fight happen if that's what. Because also, we're not in Minority Report. We're not punishing people before a crime happens.
Okay.
So, no. Don't ever. I think Randy gave us some topics to talk about because he came late.
Randy, we don't want to hear you. You wasn't here last week. We don't want to hear you. We got time for all that.
Randy ain't come last week?
No.
And Shayna said the girl told Brielle and her friends that she was going to F them up. Oh. So she's the bully.
The girl that was in the video?
I assume so. What was her name?
I ain't name dropping. I ain't doing that.
You already said it.
I didn't. I
promise you did.
When you did show that TikTok.
When you read that TikTok, you said it.
I said a fake friend.
You said the name of the girl.
Is her name in that post?
You said it.
It started with an A or I, something like that.
No, I did say it. I ain't saying the name again. My bad. I shouldn't have name dropped. That's not nice.
I would say I would edit it out, but we know I'm not going to do that.
That ain't nice.
I meant the live going to already see it. But best of luck with that. Let me know what happens before Wednesday because now I'm interested.
I want them tomorrow.
Right.
I want to know. That's why there'll be something else with them kids. I want to know what happened.
We need an answer when it's over.
Tomorrow evening.
Shayna said the teacher heard the girl say it and sent the 3 of them to the office. And that's I guess that's when the principal started calling parents. So okay, I agree. Y'all should be there because now she done threatened my child. I don't care about the video anymore. She didn't threaten to F my child up.
Right.
So, yes, we'll need a full report on that. Just FaceTime me if you want. I'll put my thing on mute and listen. Thank you. Who next? You've been quiet. What's going on in your week?
My week has been good. Working. Just working and working. Had a baby shower last weekend.
I saw.
I saw that. It looked like it was lit.
Yeah, it was nice. Congratulations.
I said we got a shot baby.
New job.
You got a new job?
Mm-hmm.
You a godfather?
No, I'm a part of Party Animals 360.
Okay.
I've been asking.
I just was standing there, and they thought we were together.
Let me make my plea to Shamika. Shamika, I said
she wasn't there.
Can I come work for y'all? Okay. I asked.
It was no application. It was the people's choice.
This the second time I have been rejected by y'all.
This is the people's choice.
Wait, but does that mean that there's a collaboration between To and Fro and
no? That's just it's just the people's choice.
Collaboration.
I'm just gonna say that's messed up because both of y'all have rejected me for jobs at this point.
I didn't reject you. I didn't reject you.
I asked to be admin and you told me.
I can't afford you.
That's rejection.
No, it's not. I can't afford you. That's being honest.
That is rejection. Now,
Toy, you can work at a church anytime you want to.
Will y'all pay me?
See?
Sure.
Okay. Not in I don't want to be paid in wafers, wine.
We pass a meal.
Meals. I need cash. Not love offerings. Don't shake my hand with the money in my I need something that a W-2. I mean it's attached to it. That's what I need.
I can't give you a W-2 then.
What do I do then? How do I find? Yeah, I'll take that.
Check it out with Uber and Cash App. I mean, Cash App is out.
I'm just saying.
What else you got going on, Six? What else happened?
Obtained some tickets to the 50 Cent concert.
Go!
That should be fun. There's a lot of fellas going.
Yeah, we in there. Go, short. You want to go?
When is that?
The 19th.
Oh, September?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of
do I want to go?
No, it's all guys.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think to ask you because
rejection over.
I ain't know, Kurt Franklin ain't gonna be there.
It ain't like that. It's just it'll be about funds for me. That's all.
Oh, all right.
I'm with you.
I will say that
y'all can reject me. I'm poor.
I'm surprised that we got it together because we try to do things quite often and we never get it together. So shout out to the whole team for actually purchasing the tickets.
Yeah, now we're gonna see.
Where's it at?
Down there at the ring, down there.
Oh, 50 coming here.
I'll probably take me an Uber.
You're not going to book to and from?
No, I can't nobody take me nowhere from home and shit. I had somebody drop me off before anything. I know personally.
I mean, I can take you for free. Because, here's what I did. I don't know.
If you hit me up and you say you want me to take 1 or 2 and 4 and drop you off, I drop you off.
Oh, I appreciate it.
That's all I meant, was I would do that.
You already know.
I like the barter. So, because I said, party animals ain't had to pay me. Just, I book a lot of parties. So if I work for them, maybe, I can get help on a party because August 10th of next year it's going down. I hope y'all cleared y'all schedules.
What's going on?
Mimi turned 16. She's going to have her sweet 16 Kinsiere bat mitzvah.
Yeah, but hey, look, that's a big year because you know what? 9 days later, somebody turning 40.
Oh, yeah. You old.
The big 40.
Old.
The big 40.
Y'all some old men.
Girl, you turning 40. Shut your mouth. Like you just have a spring chicken or something.
I am 40 Eve. Marlon said the sunlight is beaming in here. It's on past it.
It is.
Is it hot over there?
No, good.
Because when I walked by, I was like, I wouldn't sit in that seat.
No, it's not.
But yeah, let's see what I did nothing. I got to stay in the house and save my money and feed these people. That's what I did. I cooked. And I was like, if Mimi wakes up with one agenda, feed her. And throughout the day, she tells you to feed her. So that's what my life is. So yeah, what's going on in the world?
Excuse me. Yeah. So last weekend I had a nice little job with Party Animals 360. Shout out to Party Animals 360.
Well, thank you.
I'm glad you had a nice little job with them.
Yeah, I mean, I was standing there, so I decided to say, they thought we were together, so I said, okay, no problem. So I decided to help them out. Next, I was closing the door on people so they can no longer come in the room. So I think I was part of like the security team of Party Animals, everything. Like,
They thought you worked for Party Animals. I saw what you had on.
Yeah, I had my shit on.
It was like a class reunion.
You had the joint on?
It was good. Not there.
Oh, was my friend there?
Trevor, no.
Robbie,
no.
Nah, Rob.
What else? Oh, I had a big crab feast that.
How did that go?
Some people here didn't support me and come
Bro,
back.
don't do
But
that.
shout out to Tobias, because Tobias poured like, I didn't know that was Tobias. I'm like, what the hell?
Hey,
He's like, oh my God, okay. I was like, oh, okay, all right. I'm talking about my weekend right now. So, shout out to all of them. It was actually a good, nice turnout. Like, a lot of people enjoyed it. I don't eat crabs, but that's what they say is big, yo. They was big, for real. Like,
was it good?
I don't eat crabs.
Oh, shit, you said you
So,
my bad.
but
what did the people say?
Oh, yeah, the people was like,
because that's the guy I was like.
It was like, yeah, run it back. I said, yeah, run me some money. So, it was excellent. Good turnout. Dealing with niggas though, as far as on business tip, I can't, like, people like food showing up late. Not the crab guy, the other food people showing up late, going to other places. I just can't. So I mean, I need to deal with some white cooks, some white chefs. I don't know. I don't know what I gotta deal with next time. But if I do have another event, I think it'll be a
Was it an actual catering company?
Yeah, two.
And
one was Rob, Chef Rob, yeah, who I use all the time. Rob, who sent his people late.
Oh, that's the guy who
put
did
him
the
on
other
blast.
Yeah, Rob,
did the Easter and stuff.
Yeah, the fruit
Okay.
guy. So, and another chef, I ain't gonna mention her name because I asked her where the shrimp was at, and she just went off on me. I ain't see no shrimp, but she said it was shrimp there, but I ain't see it. So yeah, it is what it is. But
it was a good video.
Yeah, it was a good
I
time.
said, oh, Hutch over there making reels now.
I'm the real connoisseur. But,
the shade that was thrown earlier. Can I say?
Well, what kind of shade?
Some people in here ain't support. We went to State Fair on Sunday, and it was already playing 2 weeks before that. That's where I was at on Sunday. Because I did tell him.
This guy said that shit last week. He said that shit last week. All he said was, we're gonna go to church.
I didn't know we was going to State
really
Fair, bro. I didn't know. She had the plans ready. I didn't know.
That guy right here, boy. You trying to dig a hole, yeah. Bury yourself.
Bury yourself.
Other than that, like I said, my mother had a nice little event. It was hot as shit.
You've been busy.
Yeah, I mean, she had a little something about her. I thought it would be some little something, but it was a lot of people there. I was like, oh hell, I'm in the house. So everybody else was in the house as well. And the crazy part about it was crabs there too. I'm like, where you get the crabs? She's like, yeah, I just took all the crabs with me. All my crabs was on the table. But it was people, like, it was so much crabs. People was leaving out with crabs, and even people who,
Oh, you let people leave with it?
What do you want to do with them? They pay. I mean,
I thought I was told you couldn't take them.
Yeah, we've heard of crab feast where you can't take crab feast.
You have to. It's like going to a buffet.
Right. So what do you do with the crabs though?
Like, I guess whoever thrown it.
I mean, I took
like your mama.
Yeah,
saying I'm going.
But the people, like the people who was on the table, who was at their table, who didn't finish, they took that shit. So
dig it though. Ask around. Like usually at crab feast, you don't take
I guess what? That's my first and last one. that shit like, I mean, unless somebody collab with me. Right. So I think my next event, I would like somebody to compete with collab with me. I want to do another ugly sweater Christmas party, so I'm gonna probably start planning it now. So hopefully we can get some more hands in the pot to have people to join in. And
what kind of crowd are you looking to entertain?
Not the church people.
No, but I'm saying we have. I'm just saying we have a fellowship hall.
The crowd at the side.
No.
We got a hall.
Mm-hmm.
How many?
Y'all allow regular music?
You can do whatever you want in the fellowship hall. It's not.
How big is it?
Let me find out how many halls.
I was about to say because I might need a hall. Go and find out.
But like I said, this week's been a short, long weekend. I knew that was how it was gonna be. You know, it's like I'm still trying to get in the groove with these drivers, but it's business. I got a nice little post today. I mean, not post. I got a nice little text today, and under the text it was a nice little. It says, when everything seems to be going against you, remember that airplane that takes off against the wind, not with it. So.
Marlon said Christmas party sounds like a dope event.
Yeah, I had one last year. Where were you, Marlon?
Marlon was probably at work.
You said I'm viral.
I have to take
ugly Christmas sweater.
He has to take off a day for me to come here.
Oh.
You're
throwing shots today, yo.
Yes.
She running them like a.
Yeah.
Listen.
She running them like a slave driver. He got to take off. Damn, he got to take off for you to come do this voluntary work. Damn.
Exactly. That take money off out of my mouth.
Shout out to Marlon. He's a good man.
He is at home today so that I can be here.
Well, guess what? If this place was on the first floor, Mimi little ass be right here too. So
right, because but she can't. Them 2 flights, she'll be sitting downstairs.
Right there in the foyer.
Waiting.
Shit, me.
Mimi would love to come in here every Wednesday.
I don't know how Marlon do, but shit, me.
And I just said that yesterday. I was like, Mimi, you don't feel like this is ridiculous. Because she was being carried down the steps.
Well, she can. She don't give a
I said, you are 15. Grow up.
She probably don't give a damn. Like, yeah, just pick me up.
She don't. Marlon is her favorite person in the world. And I guess if you carried me, you'd be my favorite too. But
how's the bus going over there in Baltimore County?
We have not had any bus issues. They switched the bus driver. Miss Keisha is gone. She dressed a little thottish in my opinion, but she was there on time every day.
Shout out to Miss Keisha.
Randy said, clearly I know not to comment anymore. Everybody catching shade shots. He had his bag with him today. But
Randy, I already came for you already, Randy. Pause the one that came. I already told you that you were there last week, so I don't want to hear nothing about you. Give him one more. Give him 2 more.
It's just violence over there.
But I want people to understand, right? Your school bus drivers are the ones who get your kids to school. If they do not show up, your kids won't go to school. So please respect the school bus drivers.
Facts.
Howard County is missing so many school bus drivers. They had to close routes down in Howard County.
Wow.
So please, when you see your school bus driver, don't be like, oh, that's just the bus driver. No, it's not just the bus driver. That is the first person to get your kids to their education haven.
And they short.
Right.
They was asking parents to volunteer to take the kids to school.
I'd be waiting for Baltimore County because do Howard County pay the parents?
I heard they do.
I was waiting for Baltimore County to offer me my check. It never happened. I try to be nice to the bus driver, if for nothing else.
Huh? How many businesses are you trying to apply for?
I work from home.
Party animals, to and fro.
I can work in
Howard County.
Look, we
get that money.
Yes.
I mean, that man won't have to work as hard.
Exactly. I'm trying to give my husband some reprieve. I did have to cuss out 2 bus drivers. I had to cuss one. The first one was when they went to the wrong house. And she kept calling.
Okay,
no, they were coming to pick her up. So, because she's on the special needs bus, they can't leave until like we take her. But they were up the street, and she kept calling, and she was like, "We outside," and I was like, "You're not. I'm standing on my porch." But she was so far that from my porch, I couldn't see her, and she was like, "Well, if you don't come out, we're leaving." I am standing on the porch with my child. So I went off the porch, and I was like, "You at the wrong house." and she was still fussing. I went back in the house, put my wig on,
and
I don't know what I had to put some clothes on too because I wasn't fully dressed, and I held up traffic to cuss her out. The other time, one of the bus drivers got it because she was already at the house, and she was a little bit, she had to been past my driveway because I pulled the car into the driveway. And she told Marlon, could you ask your wife to make sure I'm back on the bus before she pulls in? I said, oh, bitch, you're going to lose your life, don't you? But other than that, I try to be nice because I don't want you picture my baby. She can't tell me what happened. I don't want you being a reckless driver with her. So I have to be nice to people that take care of her, but don't play with it.
Yes, indeed, y'all. I need y'all to really. I ain't gonna say y'all gotta give them gifts and all that stuff. Some people, a lot of bus drivers get a lot of gifts, but just make sure y'all take care of them bus drivers because, again, if they do not show up, your kid won't go to school. You can take them to school.
It's not an easy job.
It's not an easy job because you got kids who you have to deal with who are standing up on the bus, who talking shit, who throwing stuff at the bus driver, all type of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want to have to be in a situation where you're trying to focus on the road, but also looking into that mirror and looking at the back of your bus as well, and trying to see or not get hit by anything, or trying to stop people from fighting, all type of stuff. So, man, shout out to the bus drivers.
Shayna said she used to get the bus drivers gift cards for Christmas and the end of the year.
Right.
I want to get back to doing that.
Christmas and end of the year.
Sometimes I be buying gifts for everybody. I ain't got it for the staff. I think Mimi's bus drivers probably have it a little bit easier in that aspect that they don't, most of their kids are strapped down.
Yeah,
but they also have help on the bus. But at the same time, I think they have to deal with more disgruntled drivers because I have watched people get angry on my block waiting for Mimi to get on the bus.
Yep.
Oh, because they got to wait behind the bus or whatever.
Yeah.
Shout out to the special, definitely shout out to the special needs, regardless if you have an aid or not. Because again, like you said, once you stop that bus and you stop that whole traffic, you don't know who's gonna come around, flying around because they upset, they late to work, whatever it may be. But people, hey.
And it's worse if it's a two-way street or whatever going.
You're gonna shut the whole, thing down.
The stop sign.
I've seen Philadelphia road shut down before, so But you're right. The special needs bus drivers don't have that people jumping up, but you do have kids that will jump up because there's special needs who are kind of functional, and there are some high functioning, and there's someone that spit. So you have to deal with a whole lot of stuff when it comes to special needs. So people, just when you out here and you see somebody doing their job and they got their Baltimore County lanyard on, or I don't know what Baltimore City has or Howard County, but I know that the Baltimore County people have their lanyards and they out and about. Don't disrespect them when they get on that big cheese. Respect them jokers.
What time does school start?
It depends on what school it is. Some schools start at 7:10. Some schools start at 7:45.
It's not like high school starting this time.
Not no more, no.
Mimi's school started at 9.
I got a boy who went to school there at 9 o'clock. He go to school in Howard County. Another little child, she go to school in Howard County. Her school started at 8:30. A lot of my schools in Baltimore City is 7:10, 7:45. So it all depends. 8:45. It all depends.
Also, what I did this weekend.
Oh, she's back.
I forgot to mention it. It's a part of the subject, the topic, but I celebrated Beyonce's birthday. I put my silver on, and I had a little concert in the house celebrating B. So,
just like a quarter.
Hit the gunshot.
I was a cute quarter. How about that?
Respectfully.
But okay, so I saw somebody say Clint Coley, good friend of mine, in my head.
He's hilarious.
You know him?
Yeah.
That's my friend in my head. Yeah.
Comedian.
He had, I haven't seen his comedy. I just follow him on, so I see stuff that he posts, but I haven't seen like his actual.
You ever seen the Spades Wars or whatever?
Yeah, I bought the cards in.
Yeah.
One day I bought his cards.
Yeah.
He said that Beyonce is the only person that can follow Michael Jackson.
Like come after a Michael Jackson concert or something like that? Like
I guess like performance wise, like fan base, crossing all sorts of race, gender.
Saying she can follow Michael Jackson, that's a bold claim.
Now he said. Now he did say. He said exactly. He was like, "I'm saying she can follow." He was like, "I'm not saying she better. I'm not." He was like, "I'm not even saying he better." He said, "I'm saying for somebody in Michael Jackson's lane, she's the only person."
50 Cent got Chris Breezy in Michael Jackson lane. He put it on Instagram.
So I always see that argument, and I have nothing but, and I honestly think I saw Clint Coley post that as well, a picture that somebody had. But I don't think that Chris Brown can sell out arenas like that. I don't think that he's going to put on performances like Michael Jackson and Beyonce would.
Okay.
So I heard y'all say, what'd you say? We was talking, I didn't hear your response.
Oh, I mean, she's probably the only person that comes.
He agreed with you.
Oh, okay. Because I got into internet beef with somebody.
What's beef?
What they say?
Your moms ain't safe up in the street.
What they say?
So the guy was like, I don't think so because she doesn't have a male fan base.
She don't?
I was like,
so homosexuals are male?
that's what I want. I was like, well, she's like a gay icon.
Whoa.
I was like, but I didn't add the guy. I added Clint Coley, and I was like, no, I think she does have like a decent male fan base because gay. Like I went to the concert. I know what the fella showed up like, and not just that. There are a lot of straight men that show. I watched. I think it was one of those Migos. Marlon never came over and looked to see who I was looking at. It was either one of the Migos
probably took off.
or Future, because I don't know these people apart. It was some dark skinned man with dreads.
Dang. Maybe it was Young Gunna.
I really feel like it was. I really feel like it was Offset. I feel like that's who it was, but I didn't see Cardi, so. That's why I wasn't sure, but I saw him doing the electric slide.
Oh, yeah, that was Offset. I saw that with Jay-Z and all them. I saw that.
I was like, it was a bunch of men dressed in black when I watched on her birthday concert.
Okay. Set.
Tons of men. So he was like, the guy ended up atting me, and I was like, first of all, don't at me because
he added you the second time.
Yes, he was like, well, he was like, her concert say like 20-something% of men there.
Even though you didn't respond directly to him, he added you the second time.
People, internet, he don't have no, they be real bold. And I had time in the beginning of the day. I didn't have time the rest of the day, so I never even went back. But I had time earlier. But he was like, it's like 20, and I think he said 27% men.
Is he one of them?
Show up to the concert. I don't think so. I think his whole point was that he was a hater. But
you sure you're not on the team?
I was like, who? No, because I went through his page.
Oh.
He did have posts. He wasn't one of the people without posts. But I was like, how do they know what genders are at concerts? Because I went to the concert.
I never bought a ticket that asked me for my gender.
Right. I was like, and it was a guy who paid for my ticket. One of my friends, her boyfriend bought out tickets, so a male paid for that ticket. And when I went, it wasn't like, it was very chaotic, so it ain't like they got anything to really count or scan who's coming in. And when I say the fellas showed up and showed out, you can't figure out what some of them are.
That's not a stat. That's not a stat that they won't keep.
Right, so I was like, bro, go sit. I was like, I don't know where you got that stat, because I did respond that time. So I don't know where you got that stat from. I was like, but I wasn't going to search the internet for it. I was like, however, it does say her fan base is about 39% men. I was like, so 40 ain't bad.
What does it matter if a man likes Beyonce?
I guess his point was she's not on Michael Jackson's level because men don't like her.
Well, I heard that. Have y'all heard that is a Michael Jackson rule, and Beyonce falls under that rule as well? Like she cannot go into no restaurants at all.
Nah, this first I'm hearing.
I never heard that because I.
They said she cannot go. Michael Jackson as well. Well, when he was alive, you can't go into maybe public places, McDonald's or restaurants, because it will cause a frenzy, which will you should be charged with rioting.
Oh, so do you mean?
She's not supposed to. They're not supposed to do that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Nah,
What
first
Walmart she
time I heard
goes
that.
to?
She went to Walmart with a hat and like bought everybody's stuff or something.
Oh, that's nice because everybody talks so bad about Walmart.
That was a couple years back.
I told my sister, I was like, y'all need to stop talking like Target is the only thing Target got nice is cards.
Did y'all see that meme where the guy was like, he might have been a different type of guy, but he was like, how you gay and you can't dress? What you was doing all that time in the closet?
That's not funny.
It was funny.
Not what was you doing all this time in the closet?
That was funny.
But
That's what it was. On the radio, they said somebody said Beyonce was satanic or demonic.
oh, I've been hearing that for so long.
It was like a mayor or something like that. Somebody in one town or something said that on the radio, but I don't know.
Like they got the that's why she got in her song. She said, "Y'all niggas crazy with that Illuminati shit."
Michigan. Somewhere in Michigan.
Because they be like it's the conspiracy theorists. They have a whole thing like you go through video. They like stop videos and like on look at her face and how her face looks demonic and.
Wasn't before Beyonce got big? Wasn't Jay-Z supposed to be a part of the Illuminati too?
Yeah, I guess they joined as or he included her once. People
so
just
Samuel L. Jackson, they say. So they say a lot of people who like say like
you can only be rich if you give yourself to the devil, apparently.
right.
Okay.
So like a lot of people who like they say committed a sacrifice, like Meek Mills, they say sacrificed the young boy who he signed, or
Little Snoop.
Or did he? I'm talking about did he sacrifice Biggie or shit like that? They say those are the sacrificial lambs for the Illuminati.
I was waiting for you.
Speaking of Diddy.
Diddy.
Speaking of Diddy, go.
You want to say it?
No, you go. Because none of y'all tagged me.
I did. I sent it to you in the
That
thing.
was after I already posted it.
Okay, that's when I found out.
You can't. I had posted it in the group in our private chat. After I had.
I sent it to you. I found out.
Go on.
Diddy gave the artist back the rights to that music.
I mean, after 20 years.
So,
exactly. He didn't make the money.
So, I just want Mace, but Mace been going on and on about it, so I wanted to shut up now.
I mean, when you broke.
Okay, no, but here's the thing. He could have made more money because people have been offering to buy it.
I mean,
who could have made more money?
Diddy.
So you
instead
really?
of giving it back to them.
I get what you're saying, but I'm saying, really, that's your response to that?
Yes.
So we should pat him on the back for not selling it to other people.
Yes, because it's his, so he doesn't have to do any of that.
That's
the thing. So when in the music business, it's probably I'm not gonna say it's the worst because now with writers and actors on strike, I don't want to say the music industry is worse than any other industry, but the music industry is horrible.
How many songs did Mace write for Bad Boy?
It's not like not like that's a Bad Boy thing though. This is a music industry wide thing.
Right.
It ain't just Diddy and Pebbles out there, and Pebbles was really screwing people.
She was.
But that's not the same.
Babyface and Tom too.
He said he wouldn't have, just because he wouldn't have signed Toni Braxton contract. He meant she should have gotten a lawyer to read over her contract. That's what he said. I wouldn't have signed it.
You give me one reason.
Just because I wouldn't have signed it, it was your job to see if you should sign it. But that is the music industry. And the sad thing about it is, I guess if you think about like selling, I don't know how streaming business goes now, but think about when we were younger and buying CDs. For what was the average price? Like $16, $15?
And it was like, it was getting like 5
I bought
cents.
mine bootleg. So
$9.99.
I bought all mine from the guy outside of Silver Moon, so I wouldn't know. But so if it's $9.99, how many people is splitting that $9.99? And the artist does get the smaller amount.
What, 5 cents?
Sure, Jay-Z, I think got $1.
It be, but I'm trying to think. It was one group that said I don't think it was it might have been TLC. I feel like it was somebody else. It might be, I don't know. But as a group, they were splitting 60 cents.
Facts. And people thought that TLC was doing
what
it.
you call was getting robbed blind?
New Edition too.
New Edition.
Back in the hood.
Maybe that's what it was.
It was TLC too.
Okay, but I feel like the 60 cent was kind of...
But you gotta understand, right?
If I'm
a young man, I get all this shit. I got a new car. I get a couple dollars. I'm going all over tour. I ain't looking at the bottom line. What am I getting?
Right.
What's the paper we get? What's going on? We ain't looking at the money because we seeing all this flash videos and clothes. That's all, so, you come out the hood.
And they don't see what they got to pay back.
Nope.
Because they will be like, oh, we're going to do this and do that and send you this place and that place. They ain't just sending you there. They charging you that. You got to pay back what they did. So while you out here living lavish or looking like you living lavish for the public, they like on top of the fact that you only get 10 cents off of this.
You gotta pay back this.
You gotta pay back this.
Popcorn love.
So, but I just want to say, you did send it, but it was after I had already posted it.
I mean,
but literally no one. I'm not just saying the three of y'all. No, people will tag me in anything about Diddy, and I want y'all to know wholeheartedly, my love for Diddy continues to this day, but my knowledge of Diddy and stuff probably stopped in the 90s, early 2000s, because I don't have time to stalk artists to figure out what they're doing.
Well, his album coming out in about I think 11 days.
Yeah.
He tagged me on that.
14. What is it?
I tagged you on everything too.
I did the pre-download because I will forget.
But this is a billionaire we talking about. So my thing is, your family straight. Your kids will be straight. Everybody will be straight. I think at the end of the day, he has to now become one and really accept the fact of life is real. And we have somebody to answer to. Whatever person it is that we have to answer to in the afterlife, he gonna have to get himself right. So, okay, yeah, you get him back their publishing and all that. You should.
Look how many people gone or hurt. Or
right.
Situation.
Craig Mack dead.
From not having
Black
their publishing,
Rock,
that's
yeah.
what y'all saying?
Biggie.
From not having their publishing, really?
Yeah, they
because there's a lot of other artists. We had a discussion about who was it that you was telling me about that was complaining that
Loon complained.
No. Get out of Bad Boy. Because everything is Bad Boy. Y'all act like they the only artists that go through this. It's not just Bad Boy.
Like that. Wait a minute.
Y'all just ran down the whole list of Bad Boy artists. My point is, this is the music industry. It's not Bad Boy.
Toya. We understand this happens in the music industry.
I understand we talking about Diddy, but what I'm saying is, this is like...
Let's clip this instead of the Diddy.
This is like saying... I don't know, something like, I don't know, if I take something that happens in one of y'all businesses and just solely put it in your lap. Every photo booth industry.
We don't disagree that it happens across the industry.
Does,
all we saying is, with the kind of money he has, he just ought to give it back the right
just, how many times y'all ought to give somebody something? Do y'all do it?
Yeah. I gave these two homeless men some plates yesterday, Sunday, and they came back like fucking cats.
That sounds very. I mean, at that rate, I don't want it.
I mean, what I'm saying to you is, I gave them plates, heavy plates. They left and came back begging for some more. So I give back, but I don't think it was homeless. But I mean, they was hungry. But I'm just saying, like, and that man, he's what, going close to 50 or in 50? He gotta get in his 50s. Mm-hmm. I mean, What more can he like accomplish? He done ran a marathon. He got hella kids. He's living life comfortably. I mean, he done saw a lot of death. Andre, Kim, Big. At this point in time, I just think that he probably
I've seen that many close deaths in my life. That's life. And it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. But I can count in my 30s because I was doing an assessment since I'm turning 40. And I do say my 30s was like my greatest time. However, I also had to calculate. I was like, well, damn, a lot of close people died in my 30s. Am I to blame for them? Because I feel like y'all blaming Diddy for these people dying.
What you mean? We ain't blaming. Let me not talk to y'all.
Did that not?
We're not blaming.
I'm not going to speak for myself. I'm just saying. I said maybe he feels like he has to get right with life.
I think when people get a certain amount of money up there, if you look at Oprah, I mean, I ain't saying Oprah ain't a nice person, but I do think once they hit a certain point, they do just start giving them, they be a little bit more giving.
Well,
Beyonce and Jay-Z do it.
I think there's a lot of tax write-offs too. I mean,
that was my point.
If I can go to a jail and bail out 100 people or whatever people and give people lawyers, I mean, I would too.
That was part of my point. Like, if you look at while we have a lot of streaming services popping up, Paramount is a product. The Paramount streaming service is because these people had money to get rid of.
Well, why don't some people come give me some money?
I mean, every time I hear about things like that, I'm like, so y'all can't slide me. Who do I write? Who do I appeal to? Because one day, Diddy does need a letter from me. Look, help me. He's gonna be like, you my biggest fan. What's all my kids' names? Oh, I do know. I was gonna say I don't know that baby name, but love.
Well, I mean, with your defense that you said or whatever, versus helping you, he can just take the money and have it make more money.
I mean, I'm saying that's the reality. It doesn't have to be that he has to give those people their masters. He could have made more money.
You're right, he don't.
And I don't think that not taking that route sends me to hell.
Do you think that could be part of black excellence?
I think it is. I think that, and also I agree with Hutch a little bit. I think it's tax write-offs and things like that. I think they benefit from it a little bit, but I also think that,
some people live
giving back.
Some people live off the fact that you ain't shit. Like if your homies ain't eating like you really ain't shit. And I don't think everybody who helps him is eating like that.
But I mean, it's just my opinion. I ain't saying anybody gotta have mine, but I'm not responsible I'm not here to take care of everybody. I'm one of those people that they say, like, if you win the lottery, what you gonna do? Not take care of everybody around me. I know that.
But when you speak of black excellence, it's kind of...
I'm gonna go broke trying to take care of people. And a lot of these people, there are some people who take the help that you give and they build off of it themselves. And a lot of people you just supporting forever.
And then sometimes you might be trying to give back for things that you've done that are under, like, in the dark. Like,
is that what you want to say? That's why you're doing it?
No, I don't know why he's doing it. But I'm thinking in the mindset of what I would do. If I fuck somebody over, I probably would give somebody else some money because I fucked somebody over. It's really blood money.
Hey, Lisa. Shout out to my favorite realtor, Lisa, in California, if you're trying to buy a house.
Hey, Lisa.
Lisa.
But yeah, so that was Diddy. Also, in other news.
I was going to say other news too, go for it.
What you got?
You hear about the Drake concerts? How the women been throwing their bras up on the you was going to say that too?
No.
Oh.
Go ahead.
What's the one? 40 double D or something?
42H.
Here's my thing. A bra that is a size 42H is not cheap at all.
So why she throw it up?
I am not throwing my bras. Listen, I am small enough that I can shop at Walmart and Target for my bras.
You still not.
So they be like $20 or less. It's no way Drake getting my bra. Not at all. I understand it's a thing now, but I never had to buy a ticket. I had to buy a ticket. I had to pay the park. I had to get dressed. Why y'all wasting money?
Is it like a Cinderella thing where they hoping that he
come out and say,
who
does this fit?
I don't know, what's the point?
And unless you came with a fresh bra, you done came from home, got in the car, got there, probably seen the opening artists and all that. So you threw a sweaty bra.
Probably even keeping them. Sweaty or not, he been keeping them.
They didn't keep them, take pictures of them.
They could, no, they missed me with that. I don't know. No, I wouldn't go. I guess y'all don't have bras to chime in on that.
Only one woman in the room.
So Krishan Rock had her baby.
Who's that?
Oh my gosh. The music just turns.
You know Krishan.
He
Crazy
might
ass.
not.
I don't.
Blueface.
I wouldn't know.
Blueface.
I wouldn't know who either of those people are.
It was a post that went up in Shop Podcast with a whole bunch of women rappers or whatever like that. And I didn't know none of them.
I knew not one person.
I said
How you
that,
know the top 4?
That post. No, not that post. It was like it was one of those eliminate one.
I think I might have knew one.
Like 4 or 6 girls.
Was the girl that was Glorilla on that?
Yeah.
So that's the only one I know.
I come from a girl now.
I can't spot
I would already come from Glorilla.
I can't spot these people if they were holding signs with their names. So I said, that is not a post. That's for people my age. That is for people who they make
Sexy
their
Red
music
was in there.
for. Sexy Red ain't making music for 40-year-olds. That we're not her target audience.
I think Suki and her was there.
With the good.
Suki with the good cookies.
The only reason why I know her is because she was mad about the guy coming up and kissing her. I don't know what she looked like.
She has a distinctive look.
I do know the girl with the never mind. No, I don't. Who had the short hair? It was like orange or something. Was she on
Oh, that's Ice Spice.
Was she on
No, she's not short hair.
Didn't she
I've
when
heard
she
her
first
name
came
before,
out?
but I don't know.
Nice girl right there. I'm gonna go to war for her.
Ice Spice. I don't know.
Another thing. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. If you see me in the streets, BG is free.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
I was trying to find something, but
Hot Boy reunion.
I did see that. I did.
B Jizzle came on after 11 years, y'all. BG is home.
For murder?
I'm not sure what the charges are.
He did 11 years.
Well, they old charges now.
He looks totally different. But he's finally home. He's finally out.
Does that mean we can get a Hot Boys reunion?
I don't think so, because Turk don't fuck with them.
Does Lil Wayne?
I don't even know.
Does it matter if
Lil Wayne had
to fuck with him? If
Lil Wayne had an interview with Up in All the Smoke with Stat, Steven Jackson, and the other dude that's on that podcast. And he said that BG is one of the reasons why he rapped the way he rapped. He got a lot of rapping tips from BG.
Okay. So they friends. That's what you said.
He gave him a lot of credit in the podcast. BG. Lil Wayne gave BG a lot of credit for his rapping skills.
They all come from the same back neighborhood, and he was the youngest, so I'm sure.
Turk said, "For my dog was about them, and then he thought he would come home to like a good life." And
they did him dirty. They did Turk dirty.
Shit, they had it like that.
Nobody was there to pick him up. His girl came pick him up. None of that shit. Like they did Turk dirty. So I don't think there would be a hot boy.
He came up saying, "Well, he blocked you."
So when y'all go to jail, I gotta be there when y'all get out.
I mean, if you gotta understand, like, if this is if that was a family, like situation. We done been through a whole bunch together. We was a whole album company and whatever. My whole thing is, I don't know what their beef was, but you can't do one for one and not the other. Like, how you so rah for BG, but like fuck Turk. So, and he's like he don't have nothing. Like he ain't. I don't think he came home to nothing. Like I don't think he got nothing. Like no money, no nothing. Like he just a regular schmeggler guy.
Speaking of Louisiana, I'm sure there's a topic that we must touch on. The Boosie thing. Toya, can you enlighten us on the Boosie situation?
I really don't know what happened.
Boosie thing? What Boosie thing?
I know he cussed his daughter out. That's all I know.
Oh,
that's a song too.
It's a song too? Then you need to enlighten us. Cause
I thought that was like last week. Oh, no, we still okay. Boosie.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess he felt like his daughter was disrespectful. Which I guess she called him a bitch ass nigga. And I think he got into it with the mother at first, and then the girl jumped in. And then he just felt like she was super disrespectful and she didn't appreciate shit. So he came out with a whole song.
Took a Mercedes.
I think that Mercedes was in the video.
It sure was.
So we was talking about that this weekend, and that's what my friend Danny was saying, that another Danny was saying that the daughter is disrespectful and she would have responded the same way. And I was like, the only difference is sometimes we always put ourselves in situations that aren't really our situations. I think we raise our kids a lot differently than probably what they are raising their kids. This is the same man who, didn't he say he got a prostitute for his son?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they like big on value, self-respect, and respecting adults over there. It could just be my opinion. I could be wrong, but
it's very hood-esque.
So, when you act like that with your family, that's the response that they're gonna give you. Like, they not the same. These are not the same kids that, like, if you're not training your child to be respectful of you, then they're not gonna be. They don't pick that up through osmosis. I'm sorry.
He probably trained them to have these hood attributes.
They probably have dialogue where they cuss at each other when they talk.
But it's kind of like a rule, like you shouldn't call nobody no bitch ass nigga. And he seemed to have taken that really to heart.
He is a bitch ass nigga,
but you can't. But my whole thing is like this, and I understand, like,
you know, go upside that bitch head.
It's like you know.
All the bitch ass niggas.
We were talking about this yesterday. Not yesterday. I keep on saying yesterday. Sunday at my mother's house. When you are a kid raising kids, you grow up and they growing up together. And he's hood, and he's living a hood life. So that's what he's training them to be. But my whole thing is, if you don't train your kids to stay out of adult business, you're going to get he a bitch ass nigga, because she felt like he's disrespecting her mother. So now she got to pick a side. So she chose her side.
And the other reality is, I can't imagine me ever calling my father's. I mean, I wouldn't still be here if I said that to either one of my parents. But also, that type of lifestyle that you live in, if you're not like active or like really taking part in your child's life, and they only get, they just being raised by this one parent, they gonna take that parent's side. But now that might not be the appropriate response, because like I said, I wouldn't be here if I talked to either one of my parents like that. But I think that it's a different family. But I was watching Sister Wives, and Cody feels like all the kids hate him. But they are with their mothers, and they see how you treat their mothers. So they do hate you.
But I think in Boosie's household, I think that I think they had like a co-parenting. I think he had a good co-parenting household. But again, when you get into it with a certain parent, and that child is for that parent, they choose who they gonna ride with. Mm-hmm. And I know that them boys ain't riding with whatever type of situation, because again, he let them do whatever they want to do. They living how they want to live. Like you say, he got them a prostitute. So it is what it is. Like, Boosie is he's too old to act the way he acts. And I know that a lot of it is for the online folks, but
he recreated himself.
Yeah, he sure did, because he was not this person before jail.
Yeah. And he found a way to get his name
capitalized
and get some money from it.
Yeah, so he's definitely capitalizing on this, and every moment that he can get, he can definitely go online and get some views.
Speaking of views, let's say a little weird. I watched the Toya and her daughter show, right? And they got like
Toya and the daughter.
Lil Wayne. Yeah.
Toya Johnson.
It's so stupid, y'all. I hate the fact that these people just live off of Lil Wayne. So they was eating dinner, right? And they got a brother who rap, right? And this boy still talking about, if Wayne hear my CD, he gonna put me on. It's like, dog, what does Lil Wayne have to do with it? Why should he
you mean live off his name?
Yeah.
That's what I said, because I think they got...
But why should
she been on reality TV enough to have her own money.
Yeah, but I mean, it really started from just because she had a baby with Lil Wayne. Huh?
You wouldn't?
No, but I don't feel like my brother should be like, yo, tell Marlon to come hit my CD and he gonna put me on. Like, come on now. That shit
it's just, I'll be sitting there like, all right.
That shit is predatory. It's weird, yo. But people
name drop all the time.
No, but he's sitting there, the whole family there. He got
Safari is famous only because he dated Nicki Minaj.
You're right.
People do it every day.
You're right. But
I would.
As a grown ass man, give my CD to your baby daddy. That's not even your baby daddy now. Your baby daddy from 25 years ago. Like, dude.
So now it's give your niece, give your daddy my CD.
Yo, that's crazy. He was dead serious. He was like, if Lil Wayne heard my CD, he put me on. I was like, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Now I kind of want to hear because if he's that nice, but I don't think
he probably not.
He probably not. You're right.
And I feel like I only remember one of her brothers, so the one that died. And that seemed like the one she was close to.
Yeah, people living off of other people's names and trying to get on. Sometimes you gotta create your own path, bro.
But I think that's what a lot of reality. If you look at like the Housewives and Basketball Wives, I know for a fact Basketball Wives, it was only like one of them that was married at one time. Jackie.
Should you?
The rest of them, I was like,
the famous person.
Drea is famous for having a baby by somebody, and she couldn't even say the man's name.
I mean, Shawnee.
Are we dark on the camera?
You're right. It's not, but you can cut the light on. I was watching.
But like,
actually, it is dark.
Did Shawnee get the money to do all these things from Shaq? Why not?
I would say I'm sure she was getting money from him, but I think that it was probably the name recognition that because when Basketball Wives started, she was the executive producer from the beginning.
If you fuck Tammy now, your company will blow up way larger. So
right, you wouldn't use that.
I think I not Tammy. That Tammy.
You know what
you
Tammy?
You was thinking Tammy from Basketball Wives.
Yeah,
I was like, nah, I'm good.
You know what Tammy I'm talking about?
You would snap that Tammy in half. This chick is half the size of this.
You know what Tammy I'm talking about?
It's a figure. But I don't. Do you really think? Okay,
Tammy Flocka.
Tammy Flocka.
Is that their last name?
Her name is Rivera.
Yeah, I mean she fine and all, but she ain't no A-lister.
First of all, at that point in time, it ain't even got to do with A-lister or B-lister. Because if you are fucking Tammy, you got her knocked up, you got your 360 at the baby shower, everybody saying 360 all over the place, you wearing your shows, you in the pictures with her, then y'all break up. Yeah, that's the guy who was fucking Tammy.
Safari.
So first of all,
that's how it would be.
Number one. So
you would be Safari.
With my 360 company, I try not to push to a certain demographic like that because shit can get out of hand.
What you mean? It's your baby shower.
No,
you
don't
want to push to a certain demographic. But if it is a celebrity that you can attach it to, that's going to, I'm going to go with the money demographic. I see clearly. I'm out for money a little bit more than y'all.
It's a difference. Like, if that was the case, then I would just pay for somebody to just have an ad for it.
It's not the same.
You missed the point, though.
It's not the same
if that's
getting somebody to advertise for something and saying, I am literally connected to this person.
There ain't no advertising. That's your baby mother at that point in time. Y'all was together. It's like all of you. Even though Jess is not an A-list celebrity, but there's a lot of people who would What's the guy that she was dating before she became this popular guy?
Country Wayne?
No.
The guy from
with the braids.
The braids.
Troy something.
Y'all don't even know his name.
Yeah, but everybody knows.
His name is like, first of all, we don't know
Chris.
Chris. I was trying to say his Facebook.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows who Chris was.
I was about to say.
Even the guy who was on the show. I never knew that guy was running the rooftop parties over there at the whatever Mariana, whatever it's called, or down Sangria and all this shit. I never knew that was the guy, but he was on the show and that's what happened. He blew the fuck up. This is what happened. You know, nobody knew who Shani O'Neal was, but guess what? She kept that motherfucking name. But... So nobody knew who Elaine Hutchinson was, but she kept like that.
I mean, I ain't gonna say ain't nobody know who Shani O'Neal. We know who Savannah is.
Of course. Like, I mean, besides Nicki Minaj, I mean, who else do you really see like?
So then the women went through.
You got used to your advantage.
Goddamn right. You're supposed to.
So the other thing I forgot to dang, I can't spell. The other thing I forgot to mention that happened.
What's your weekend?
Not necessarily my weekend, but Darius.
Crook. He's so bad about y'all.
Going to the food places.
Yes.
He's so bad about y'all. Why?
Listen here. My problem was.
Poppy cuisine is a good place to eat.
Why were people? I don't want to talk about people, but actually I do like to talk about people. I watched this video and I was like, I'm mad at everybody in Baltimore for being mad because I'm not watching this video thinking this is a credible critic. I was like, this man is just like he wanted to call them internet restaurants. He an internet critic. Like,
and now he's using a whole little hashtag, or I guess I was reading some of the comments when somebody was like, why you always put "so I was on the plane"? Oh no, now that I'm on the plane, he's talking about that's just something cute to say now. No, you don't want these people to beat your ass while you're here.
So I just kept seeing like people like fighting about it, and I was like, well, who is this person? I was like, what's going on? And then I heard he was talking about because Poppy Cuisine is my favorite restaurant, that in the food market. So I was like, well, let me see what he got to say. Now my first opinion is everybody's entitled to their opinion. If you don't like the food, you don't like the food. It's not really, I don't think Baltimore is like, I'm not gonna go there. But I think that these restaurants that are big in Baltimore are big because people in Baltimore go to them.
They're big because people go to them, as well as people have traveled to go to Black Swan, or I'm not gonna say Bertha's. Like, I mean, I think he just went to Bertha's because people were saying go to Bertha's, but it's not a restaurant. It's really a carry out. But Poppy's is somewhere where people will travel. You know, you come.
I saw Jada Kiss there.
Where?
Poppy.
Yeah, what I'm saying.
Doing this CIAA week.
People come to the town and they go to these black restaurants.
But these restaurants aren't. Their business doesn't survive off of people coming out of town.
No, of course not.
So, if y'all like the food, go. Why are you paying this man any attention? Like, if you agree with him, there were some things that I was like, okay, I might understand where you're coming from with that. There were other things that I also was like, well, you're not from here, so you probably don't understand certain things.
There's a lot of restaurants that we go to that we might say, well, that was trash, and next week you might come back and say, oh, it was good.
Oh, I'm not saying it's trash, but I haven't been back to Black Swan. I'm gonna be honest.
I've been to Black Swan twice. I've done it, and it's over.
Now, I will say, the dessert made me want to go back, but the rest of it, I was like, I'm not.
But you know what happens, I can't speak for other towns, right? But I know that if your restaurant is a big IG place in your city, a lot of people go there. Like the pizza place that's in
also, I don't like that moniker though.
That's true.
So here's why I don't like the whole IG restaurant, and that's why he pissed me off when he was like, "It's an IG restaurant like Honcho House is that." I I said, well, wait a minute. We ain't gonna talk about my friend Tobias Thorson. That's what we're not gonna do, because what you want is to be where he is. Darius Cook is also a crook and a scammer.
So I
went through all the stuff that he's. I heard that he's a nasty chef. Like
I thought he wasn't a chef.
His restaurant got closed down. His employees suing him for physical altercation. He has I don't know who, I didn't figure out who she was, but Kitchenista. Mm-hmm. He was trying to use her name to sell his stuff. Sonny Anderson from the Food Network. That's why I said he want to be where Tobias Thorson is, because Tobias is on the Food Network. Sonny Anderson made sure that Darius Crook is not on the Food Network. So that's why he has this job of going around trashing restaurants. I'm sorry, I heard you trying to say something.
No, has he said any? Has he had any good reviews about?
He said Miss Carter's was good.
That's the only one.
And I don't like Miss Carter's.
That's what everybody said. I've never been there.
I've been to a lot of the hood ones. You know, she got a restaurant down this way. No, somewhere around here. Something place.
I'm not saying it was true or I believe it, but you know, it was like it made quarterback sick.
There's a difference between the DoorDash and inside, but I've had her food and
you wasn't impressed.
No, just like Chef Rock, I'm not impressed. A lot of people like Chef Rock. I'm not impressed. I had some things with him, and I was disappointed with his customer service as well. So I mean, and not to say, when I say internet restaurant, I'm saying that because I do it all the time. When I go to another city or I go to a country or island, I go on TikTok and I see what's black owned there, what's popping there, and I go to those places. So not to call these places internet IG restaurants, but a lot of people go to these Instagrams or go to these TikToks to go find places what to do in those local cities.
I agree. I'm going to Houston next month, and last night I was laying on the bed on TikTok, like black-owned places to go in Houston. So I get that. The reason why I don't like it, I feel like he used it in a negative way, but that is how businesses are advertised nowadays. So it's not that they it just came up when he said it, and I was like, maybe it's just the sass that he giving with it, but it just sounds like a negative thing. And I was like, but this is like, people don't put ads out, and if you're a new bit, like some restaurants, I don't think Miss Carter's is a carryout, so I don't like Miss Shirley's.
No, she got what you got though. She got to that place now.
Oh, okay, Miss Shirley's, which actually didn't really blow up until it was on the Food Network. You said you never been?
That's the they got one up on Cold Spring.
It's one on Cold Spring, and I know it's one on Pratt Street. Places that have been around for a while don't have to be heavy on advertising because people know it. But when you open in new restaurants, that's how you advertise.
That's not good to me. I mean, I
heard it used to be better.
Yeah, because I've been there. But like you said, if you've been around for a while, you start to fuck shit up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You start to slack on, okay, I used to put this, as people say in the cooking world, putting your love.
Foot in it. Yeah.
No, not even the foot no more, but making it without love, making it with love.
Okay.
You know, so, you know, and that's why I say the Chef Rock guy, before he blew up, I'm guessing his food was better. You know, I mean, everybody. Yeah, on there. Everybody makes egg roll or whatever the fuck it's called.
And I don't like them anymore.
Crab egg rolls. Everybody makes that shit like. But I like Jimmy's. I like Jimmy's shit better than all of them. I don't like Poppy's.
I like Poppy. Wait a minute. Poppy cuisine or Papa's?
Poppy's. I don't like Poppy's.
I like their crab cakes, and I will say
crab cake, crab egg roll.
Oh no, I've tried them a couple places, and I was like, it's not worth me trying to take the Benadryl and attempting to kill myself. But I do like his crab cake. He did say
Papa's crab cake.
Like one of his critique was the honey Obey wings. He was like, they have them with and without garlic. He was like, he gave the garlic ones like such a high review. He was like, I don't know why they would make it without garlic. I can give you a lot of reasons. The biggest one is probably for people who don't eat garlic. Like me. Because those Honey Old Bay wings are good. I like it.
But it's a guy like that who people follow just for the negative shit.
For the negative stuff, yeah. For the controversy.
And I think
I've said this last week. If it's a negative situation,
they for it.
the guy what you talking about?
Oh,
if you talk about a negative situation or just like I said last week, if you post a woman of you. Let me tell you how I posted something this week about I found a person who I want to make memories with.
Did you?
You know how many people was like, damn, for real? Oh my God. You know how many people was like, oh, I said, how you know myself about my fucking self? People just tend to go after these things. So this guy right here,
I didn't see it.
This guy right here, he's a negative person and people want to see the negative. Let's see him talk bad about a black restaurant.
Trash a restaurant.
And that's the thing, like, people be so up in arms about it, but y'all keep consuming it. I was like, if y'all stop engaging this man,
I hate
it won't matter.
Right.
K. Michelle went in on him.
I think the property.
K. Michelle's shit is trash. I don't fuck with what he said.
She got a restaurant?
I don't know if it's still up, but I went to her little thing.
Well, I know it wasn't hers. He was talking about historic restaurants in Memphis.
A little bit.
Is it K. Michelle? No, it's the one she got in Atlanta. That shit was.
The waitress spilled the drink or whatever on him or whatever.
Yeah, I saw it. No, that's not gonna be. It's gonna take some points off. I ain't gonna lie.
It's gonna take some points off, but he kind of over it. He like, man, we gotta move our seats to another table.
I ain't going to Toya's kitchen.
Doing too much.
What's Toya's?
I want to go there so bad. I've been trying to go since my birthday last year.
It's all right.
And I still ain't. I just want to go for the name.
Toya's kitchen. We have been there.
Toya's Creole.
Ain't it one of those in the
Silver Spring?
Yeah, we went there.
So everybody been. I've been trying to. I wanted to go on my birthday.
When you went to Honcho House?
I ain't never been there.
I went to Honcho House for my birthday. My birthday is in October. I got my reservation in January.
She didn't invite us, y'all.
It was just me and my husband. But y'all.
Damn, she didn't invite us.
Every time I try to do something with the shop, it don't happen.
What did y'all do with us?
The shot said stopped, and then you bring the shots back now?
Like,
the shot said stop for a while, you bring them back?
Oh, she did invite me and Six to her birthday.
Don't bring that.
I don't think he was there.
He wasn't here. Pastor would have been invited because remember, Pastor was the only one who liked me when I joined. Well, Hush liked me because he recruited me. But
the other person ain't getting no invite.
Because I invited friends. I don't see why people are lost on that concept.
What was he talking about when we were discussing?
Talking about going somewhere as a group. I think a couple weeks ago, I tried to go out to eat with y'all.
You talking about to the art house?
Yes.
Just a bad night, that's all.
What, you want to go today?
No.
Why then?
You want to go today? We can go if you want to go. But yeah, so that's him. I don't understand why, like, people. I'm trying to think, was there anything else he gave a good review? And I heard Bertha's food is good.
Bertha's food is good.
They was like, the picture looked bad. I was like, quite frankly, my dad, I don't give a fuck about the picture. I want to know how it take the picture that he posted. I want to know how it takes. So what somebody else said to me, because I was like, the turkey wings did look light skin. I'm not gonna lie. And my friend was like, it had turkey gravy on it, and turkey gravy is light. I said, there is a point to that. My niece was like, I love their. She was like, I love their food. So
Bertha's got some good food.
I don't know. I had never heard of it until.
Only thing I like about Bertha's when you order on DoorDash, they ain't got nothing to drink. I don't know if they got it inside, but you can't order nothing to drink.
I don't like DoorDash because when they mess your order up, you can't do nothing about it.
Shit, why not?
I mean, you can get your money back, but I'm saying like getting the food fixed or whatever. They getting your money back is one thing. Cool, you got your money back.
Fuck that food. You get your money back.
DoorDash just always does me wrong.
They be doing me wrong sometimes too, but guess what? I get that money back and whatever they gave me, I'm gonna eat it.
When we were in Philly, Marlon had the car, so I was like, Mimi, I'm going DoorDash. I don't do DoorDash because when I go to do it and I look at the total cost, I'd be like, I'm gonna get in my car and just go get what I want. But
it's just such a good.
It's convenient.
He had the car. I'm telling y'all, I'm cheap. The reason Mimi's Edible Creation started was because when I met Marlon for his first birthday, I was gonna order him an edible arrangement. I got all the way to the delivery fee, and I said, I can make this. And I am not paying them
Can you
that
make me an
delivery.
edible arrangement and deliver it to somebody?
Yes.
He gonna change his mind about the person sending it to him.
Shit, me. I don't order shit for everybody now.
It better be for who I think it is.
I don't order shit for everybody now.
But so we in Philly. Marlon had the car, so I was like, I'm gonna use DoorDash and go ahead and pay the fee. Now, I think I did realize when we pulled up to the Airbnb, Marlon was like, "Oh, they're gentrifying this." He was like, "A gentrified neighborhood." I said, "No, they're gentrifying because this still looks scary." I think it was an all Hispanic community, and I guess that's the Popeyes I ordered from. The driver kept going past the house, and then as I'm calling, he don't speak English. I was like, "Sir, please just bring me my food." I was like, "Where are you? Just tell me where you at. I will go there." So I ate DoorDash. That's all I meant. That's all that was.
I need some DoorDash. It saved me a lot.
I just can't. My sister.
Even if I'm out, I still be ordering.
My sister Instacart things. I be like, I can't. By the time I pay that fee, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the store and get it myself.
I could be right here, right now, on the way to the house, and I order that shit. Like,
Are you serious?
I just have a whole bunch of shit. Yeah, man, that shit is just like. Man, sometimes when you go, like, the only places that's like convenient to just like a drive-through is fucking McDonald's, Burger King, Popeyes. Those are the only places you can just go to a drive-through.
I don't even do the drive-through because they mess up your food in the drive-through. I rather go inside.
I go through the drive-through and I don't leave the window until I make sure my stuff is straight.
This DoorDash is a fucking.
My good friend over here has been real quiet.
Well, I already noticed that.
You seen that?
Is there anybody got a topic about sex?
Oh, please don't do that. Please don't do that because that's gonna come.
Yo, dog.
Yo, I didn't even bring it up. Why you had it?
It's not a lot of time left. It wouldn't be a long time. I just want to make everybody happy.
Why you knew that he was gonna say that when you said that.
I didn't. I thought somebody would hit me with a quick topic because I did have one.
No.
You watched the last episode of Sister Wives?
The music just.
Oh my God!
Everybody watch The Shy? I mean, we got The
I missed the last episode.
We got The Force.
Oh yeah, Force.
I gotta watch Force. I gotta catch up.
Oh, Force is back.
Yep.
Me and Shane are still catching up on Suits.
Does anybody watch?
I'm on season 4.
Now, sometimes I'll be watching this show, y'all. Don't like.
Come on, tell us.
Don't make me look. Don't like. I don't
you
want
watching
to look
Racist
bad.
Corner?
No, I'll be watching All the Queen's Men, right?
I started watching that.
So
I got through one episode.
I'll be like, damn, I'm sitting here watching this show like it's.
The girl from the movie Crossover on that, right?
I don't know who that is, but I just be watching this show.
She played in the movie Crossover.
Oh, I thought that was Eva. Yeah.
But so it's crazy because
okay.
I won't watch. What's the name of the show that y'all be watching? Uncle Clifford and all that shit.
P-Valley.
I won't watch that, but I be watching that motherfucker called the Queen's Men. Like it's a fuck. That should be. I think because it's like a lot of violence and shit. I don't give a fuck about the strippers. You know what I'm saying? And like when you watch it on BT Plus, all them niggas is naked and all type of shit. Like it's different from watching it on BT regular.
Really?
Like like what the fuck? What the fuck is going on here? Like wait a minute, whoa. They be fucking hard and everything on BT Plus, but on regular BT is like commercial cut. They edit a lot of shit, but I be watching that shit like hard. Like
I keep forgetting I have BET Plus.
Huh?
I keep forgetting I have BET Plus. The only thing I watch is the Miss Pat show and
that shit funny.
Kingdom Business.
Kingdom Business is good.
That was the one with Yolanda Adams' cousin, right? Yeah.
I watched the Michael Blackson show. He like 4 episodes, but he don't promote it because they're on a strike.
He had a funny episode where he went in on some kid or whatever like that. He was joking. That was funny.
That was the second episode.
That was funny.
Okay.
But The Shy is my bad.
We not up to. I'm not up to date on that. I'm
sorry.
sorry. I'm so. I know be trying.
How many episodes?
The show be draining. So okay, let me ask you one thing though, because this was a couple episodes ago. When he gave him that gun, did you think one of the kids was gonna get a hold of it?
Yep.
Marlon kept saying, this is why I don't watch it, because Marlon was like, one of them kids gonna get the gun and somebody gonna get shot. So the whole episode was like,
that's because your boy is not like, he's not really parental. He's not, he's more of like let me take care of my baby mamas. But he's not more for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, your boy is not for the kids. He's for the baby mamas.
Y'all leave my little friend alone. My little boo in my head.
Yeah, I mean.
All right, I do have a question for you. Speaking of bad parenting, I know you're not up there, you ain't watched the last episode, but on Sister Wives, do you think Cody is to blame?
Do I think Cody's to blame?
As a male?
No. I think that it's all fun and games while you fucking all the people, but when you grow up and you don't want to fuck certain people no more, it's not the same.
But here's my theory on him with these wives. I don't even, because Robin is the favorite wife. I think everybody can agree on that. I don't think it's necessarily a sexual attraction or anything like that, because all the women been ugly from the beginning. But I think it is that Robin, she bows down to what he wants, which is easier to do when you have younger kids than adult kids.
Yeah, but after a while, I don't pause no funny stuff, but sometimes I just feel like a lot of men don't really like women. And after you hear all
I've been
that,
saying that all the time.
after you hear all that yeah, you get worn out. The thrill is gone. You're not really having sex. You're not even like you're not funny anymore. All that stuff. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't. When she has enough, she shows you that she has enough. So you're not that guy anymore. So then you start getting wore down. It's like,
if you really look deep down behind these people, not that he's good at it. I think Cody likes being a father to younger children. I don't really think he liked any of those women. Robin is the favorite wife because she go ahead and follow his rules, and she has little kids. I promise y'all, mark my words, when Robin's kids are grown, he's not gonna like Robin.
I'm not at that point yet, but I feel like when a woman follows what you want to do, even though it's selfish as shit, it's all fun.
Yeah, I think that's why she's like the favorite. It's why he goes hard for her, because she and I also think, because I went back to season 9 and I'm watching. I also think that Robin figured out, first of all, I think Robin wanted to be a sister wife. I don't think Robin really cared about having a husband. She wanted somebody to help her with them kids, and that's what they do as sister wives. Where she messed up was all them women, kids was grown. They done raising babies. They not fitting to raise your kids. So they not clicking with her like she wanted it to be. Then on top of that, oh dang, I thought I lost what I was saying. Oh, fuck it, it's gone. I really don't know.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's all good when that person is following your path to a point.
I remember now.
Go ahead.
I think because Robin said she used to complain about the wives, and he would get mad at her. So I think Robin is doing what they done. Now, also, keep in mind, they got 20 years of marriage on Robin. They at their fed up point. She ain't put in enough time to be as fed up as they are. But she figured out, okay, if I really tell him how I feel about them, he's going to be mad at me. He's not going to be nice. So she has figured out, let me just do what makes him happy, and I get what I want. I don't think Robin like Cody.
I mean, ain't that generally how it goes?
But when you when you have 3 other wives, and they are at their 30-year fed up point, they ain't about to kiss your ass. They like, I'm out.
And I mean,
so all three of them are gone.
I can understand that, but I think he's okay with it.
I think he is. I do think that there is some reality to the point that I think Christine said it. She was like, I think Robin really is his soulmate. The problem is, I don't know if Robin thinks that. Because Robin is just like, why are they leaving? We're supposed to be a family. And then they was like, well, Robin, would you be monogamous if that's what he wants? And she's like, I don't want that. Robin was like, I came here to be a sister wife, not to be your only wife.
Yeah, but as you grow,
and he's at a point where he like, I'm done with these bitches. Can I just have one?
But as you grow, things in your relationship change, and dealing with all those people, dealing with all those different attitudes, dealing with everything it wears down on a person.
I think he likes having little kids because also now they admit it. They was because I watched some of like the first couple seasons, and they're we love this, and I think love should be multiplied and not divided, and we all should have been like this from the beginning. And now they all like Robin's like it was they're blaming me because I messed up things, and they're like no, it was messed up before you got here.
And I mean, but to your point, everybody likes littler kids.
I think that's
when they get older. Pause, no funny stuff, and they start having a brain. And you're not the superhero no more, and they tell you, just like Boosie, you a bitch ass nigga. Nobody likes that.
Well, when you call me on my birthday and don't say happy birthday, you gonna be a bitch ass nigga. I'm not gonna call you a bitch ass nigga, but that is the move that you made. I never cared for Cody, but when that baby cried, because his father called him on his birthday and did not know it was his birthday, I was like, you are. And when he didn't want the daughter to get her surgery,
it is a different time when you have those teeny bopper to young adult kids. They start really
don't have 18 of them.
I mean, they start showing their tail no matter what. And I'm sure anybody in here who has older kids can say the same thing. They start showing their tail no matter what you taught them. They have a rebellious period.
Yep. I mean, definitely.
And that rebellious period sucks.
I did. Yep. By the way,
you didn't have a rebellious period. You can say that, but I'm sure your parents would be like, But I mean, okay, I understood. A lot of people.
What did I tell you? I was Saved by the Bell at the school specials in church 24/7.
When they start getting their own brain, and especially going outside.
Okay, well, we got 8 minutes. Pastor, what you got?
For yourself.
I got I posted on my thread. Consistency is key. Consistency is breaking points. So I saw this video on Facebook, in a little video thing, and I think Patrick Ewing was the coach of the Knicks at the time, and one of the guys got on the court and did like a turnaround fade or something, and he missed it. So a timeout was called, and Patrick Ewing was like, "Do you practice that? Do you practice that shot?" And the guy was just looking crazy. He's like, "If you don't practice that shot, you shouldn't be shooting that in the game." My point is, like, you got to be consistent in whatever you do, or whatever. So if you want to have an effective prayer life, you got to be consistent at it. You got to do it all the time. If you want to be a good driver, you got to be consistent. One thing I can say, when I drive for my man Hutch, they always know that I'm a good driver. I'm not going to be driving too fast. I'm going to be driving careful, and I'm going to be good. I do that all the time. That's consistently me. If you own your own business, you got to be consistent in having great customer service and such. Whatever you do, you got to be consistent. When you got two parents, mom and dad got to be on the same team, on the same page, and they got to be consistent. So consistency is paramount, and it's very important.
What? Any last words before we go? Gunplay after the pastor's final words.
Oh, this is I think this is Suicide Awareness Month. Just throwing it out there. Let's keep people lifted in prayer. With depression and such. It's a real big thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know Hutch always said that, so just double it down on it.
Mental health. That's what our good girl Kathy be doing when she's not here. Anything to say before we go?
See y'all next week.
See y'all next week, man. Stay safe out there.
I will see y'all the following week.
I done seen a lot of people out here just they like to braid that gun, boy. So just be safe out here. What y'all doing? What y'all got going on? You never know who's carrying what's happening with people. People just don't give a damn these days. So
COVID numbers been going up.
Oh yeah, COVID.
Jesus, I'm still here.
Yeah.
COVID-23 is back.
Govern yourselves accordingly.
All right, well, bye.